I'm Anette Akerlund, and I'm working 5 years in Helsinki University, Romani language and culture teacher. We are two persons, teachers of this subject, Kimmo Granqvist and me. And before me, actually, there was Henry Hedman, but he retired. He's actually my uncle. And this has been in Helsinki University from 2012, and it's possible to study Finnish Romani dialect here. So I'm going to speak about Romani songs in Finland. We have traditional singing tradition because we have been in Finland like 500 years. There have been influences from Finnish culture during a long time, and we can only guess what kind of songs Roma people were singing in Finland in the 1500s. The majority of the Finnish Romani songs are based in a specific Western Finnish style. Western Finnish is Finland is the province of Ostrobothnia, and there is this strong tradition which nowadays is even more strong among Finnish Roma, because they have taken those songs and sing them with their own style and also have own songs with influences from them. And I'm going to sing now. Kun pienenä poikana ollessasi olet koskenpaa reunalla sä maannut. Kun isoa ja komiata puhutellut olet, mutta pienen ja sievän olet saanut. And so on. And then, kun isä vanha laittoi mulle liinikko hevosen ja käski mennä maailmalle. So it's one example of this kind of verses. And then there are more examples, which are verses which only have two phrases. And when there are two phrases only in one verse, you can see that it tells that it's older style, it's an older song. Kun ihanasti seilan tuli heilutteli noita rannan pakaisliikoita. Kun oisinhan minä likaa sua kyvitellyt, mutta rekeheni aisa oli rikki. This was like, in a lovely way, the wind was moving the plants on the lake shore. And I would have driven you with the horse, or like I driven you, but the wagon was broken. And you say stories in just two phrases. And then there is this horseman's song. Kun maailma se on opettanut nuoren pojan hevosia vaihtelemaan. So that was already one verse, very short verse, and it was just that the world has taught the young boy to change the horses. And I would say also about these Finnish Roma songs that there are many love songs which many times tell about melancholy and feelings. not so many times like concrete stories, anecdotes, but exceptions are these horsemen's songs, which are more concrete, like the world has taught this young boy to change the horses, and also these are not that melancholy, these horsemen's songs. These many times are sung by men and tell about drinking and having fun and traveling, which is in blood among Roma. So in the Finnish folk tunes, there are often 4 phrases, which is like feels good when a verse has 4 phrases. And then this improvisation, it is much more often among Romani songs that they are not rhyming in the end of the phrase. It's because it's very important in Finnish folk tunes, which are this kind of style, which I said earlier, this Western Finland, Ostrobotnia province style, rekilaulu style. And many times you can take the text and put it to other melody, so you can in that way freely be improvising. If I think about people who are good singers of this tradition, so they know this material and they can use it and improvise. So there is minor scale, I would say like 90%, only some songs in major. Motifs and the melodies are simple triad patterns. For instance, one example that comes to my mind, kun itkisinkö toiveitani pettyneitä. So you have la da 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 da, like triad. Triad is that term. And earlier, also my father's mother was singing in that style, that there was flat second tone, and you can hear this flat second tone in archive materials, not so much nowadays. It makes it more oriental feeling to the music. So the way of performing differs from the Finnish songs style, like in voice, performing style. And traditionally, Finnish Roma people were homeless in, I would say, at least in the 1940s. Also some families in 1950s. And after that, the politics changed and they started to have own houses. But before that, only part of Roma had. So that was like life in rural countryside, and after that happened going to the cities, and they moved to cities. But yeah, also when they were homeless, also in that epoch, they said that these certain families are from that certain area, because they were, for instance, in cold winters, they were in farmhouses and making farmhouse working to the owners. And at the same time, they had the relationships. They get familiar with majority non-Roma people in Finland. In that kind of weather, homeless people, they could not manage to have guitars and fiddles. They could have broken in that temperature. So it has been a cappella without accompaniment. And if there are various singers, not oftentimes you have voicings. You only sing unisono. One exception comes to my mind. It's the singer-songwriter Arvo Valde Palmroth made songs. He was born in 1914, and he died in, if I remember right, it was 1994. And he has made beautiful songs and melancholy and and a little bit style from Russian romances. And those songs many times are performed in Finnish Romani singing events, and many times various singers use voicing like third tone. Maybe I could sing one phrase like äänes kuulen taas, vaan en mä saa, niin kuin silloin silmisi katsahtaa. Etänä saavu luokseni uudestaan. Kuoli rakkaus pois, on jälleen jäässä maa, ja orpo sydän saa vain valittaa. It's like I hear your voice, but I can't see your eyes. I can't watch into your eyes. You don't come back anymore. The love died, and the lonely heart only can cry. So I mean, this a cappella thing is making this influence that you don't have so much rhythm. Many songs have this tendency to be a cappella and also without rhythm, free rhythm. And when you try to put them, the accompaniment and the rhythm, it's a little bit different feeling. Very good example is this. Kun itkisinkö toiveitani pettyneitä, niitä kyllin paljon itkenyt jo on. Sain sydämen niin särjetyn, sain sulta. Palkaksihan sain nämä toiveeni pettyneet. So, I mean, I was singing pretty slowly and not so much in rhythm. But in the 60s, in the 70s, there became guitar, mandolin, string instrument, accompaniment. Also, actually, I sang this with Paleface, the rapper in Finland, in his album, and it's with drums, and it doesn't have the same. But yeah, about the voice is metallic than direct and tense. So glissando, very important. Kun itkis, it makes the style. For instance, my mother's mother used that very much. And a little bit ornamentic style, but not, the point is not so strong in that. And it has been strongest to preserve the voice and the timbre of the voice, maybe even from India, starting home like 800 years ago or 1000 years ago. And then there is this archive in SKAS, Suomalaisen kirjallisuuden seura, Finnish Literature Association. So it's possible to hear old songs from the 60s there. And actually this tradition is not very open. It's more in the birthdays and so. But they are famous Romani singers. But actually they are not performing tradition. It's more like pop music. And this tango, which is Argentina, but also Finnish language, tango is like part of Finnish way of life. And here are the names of Olli Palmen, this Arvo Valde Palmroth, singer-songwriter. So music got influences from pop music latest when the life started from countryside to be in the cities. But Roma have this ethnocentrism, like keeping it with them, so it makes it slower, but it can't hinder it, the influences. And biggest part nowadays is in Finnish language, and here are some in Roma language. Finnish Roma way of life was not so simple anymore when going from countryside to the cities, and then it very strongly impacted the pop music and to the style of music also, and also in many parts of life. So here are sources for this. It's Blomster, Risto, and Oberikai. Actually, this is surname, this is first name, surname and first name. So they have made book Finnish Romani music. And there is this article by Pekka Jalkanen, which is actually a composer. And actually they are not Roma people, they are people who have made Roma research about Finnish traditional music, Romani music. Thank you.